meeting number 238 of Bright Beginning Toastmasters Club. I'm Anshuman Mishra and I'm going to be the Sergeant at Arms for the club today. The mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. To ensure this, please follow certain ground rules. Please ensure all cell phones are on silent or switched off mode. You have 10 seconds to check. Please speak responsibly about religion, sex, or politics in your speeches. Use the feature of raising a hand, applause, and thumbs up when needed. Don't use Zoom messaging in between the speeches unless it's required. Until not required, please put yourself on mute during the meeting. If you're playing the role, no need to recheck whether you're audible or not. One of us will let you know if the sound is coming or breaking. Please make sure that all the role players have added role name as prefix to and real name as suffix to as a username of the meeting. For example, for me, it's Evaluator1 Anshuman. You have 10 seconds to check if you've implement if you missed that. All right, now I'd like to hand over the stage to our IPP and playing the role of presiding officer back again in Bright Being Toastmaster Club, the ever passionate, the ever involved, the ever engaging person Toastmaster Mayank, for whom and all of us it's a monumental day again today, milestone day again, because we may or may not get tax reliefs. So let's see what happens. But till then, I'll hand over the stage to Toastmaster Mayank.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster and Shimon. And indeed, today is the day when we as chartered accountants are expected to be most sought out, where people are asking, hey, what happened to the tax structure? I just hope that my dear aunt really gives us some tax breaks and not breaks us into taxes on today's day. After she's put in tax already on the caramelized popcorn, as sweet tax and requiring additional cess. I just hope that this year she becomes a little rational and looks at where to cut down excess taxation that is being divided to us. But before we talk about taxes today and other elements, let me first congratulate the club for achieving 6 goals out of 10 already, and with the training competition, with the training of the club members expected to be happening very soon, we will soon be select distinguished, and that means that you will have to fulfill only 2 more goals, and that is towards education. So that responsibility does not lie on Toastmaster Aryan, but on each and every of the club members to fulfill that education role. For example, we need 3 people at least to complete level ones. Toastmaster Vinny, Toastmaster Harsh, can you take it in your hands to complete your level ones? We need one person to complete level two. Sorry, 2 more people to complete level two. We'll have to identify people who can pick up that task. And the most important is that I have to first congratulate the winners of the table topic contest that we held with firing 6 people participating from, and that was the icing on the cake, that where we had deferred that contest week by week, saying that from 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, we had a massive participation of 6 people. Can we have that same level excitement and participation for the international speech contest? Because right now we are sitting at only two. The criteria is pretty simple. You have to have completed level two of your pathway, at least any of the pathways or in the past, and should have been a paid member. So one of the criteria you guys are fulfilling, that you are a paid member. But second is, have you completed level two? If not, can you do that now? We don't have any guests in today's meeting, but it is great. It's a delight to see our former member of the club coming back to us for meetings, because no matter what she chose, she misses our club dearly. And that really reflects on the patronage and the care and the love and growth she has witnessed with us in her personal life, that connect she's developed with us. that no matter where you go, you don't leave your fellow Toastmasters behind. With this, I pass on the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vineet. Toastmaster Vineet is going to talk about a really great aspect, which is consistency, a flavor that we see in our weekly meetings. We are consistent. I have not calculated since launch how many meetings could we have possibly done and how many we are and what is our strike rate. I'm sure it is above 95%, but we have to maintain that consistency at a member level as well to attend a meeting. Whether you come in for the whole meeting or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, just make sure that you're coming in. You are consistent with your routine of Toastmasters journey, and you will see the difference in you. All right. Thank you so much. And I pass on the stage now to Toastmaster Vineet. Please welcome on stage Toastmaster Vineet.
Thank you, Toastmaster, Presiding Officer Mayank. So, hello everyone, good morning. My name is Vinit Manan. Today, it's a very beautiful day and actually a most awaited day. As our friend Toastmaster Anshuman mentioned, today is a historic day when our Union Minister is going to present her eighth consecutive budget. And we all are excited to hear about what changes it may bring into our lives. We all are from salaried background, right? But there are other side of those. There are some people who wait for the budget to get into the market. If you're aware of the stock market, that's where also the opportunity lies. So that is why I am excited today to become part of this beautiful journey to hear what this union budget will bring to us. Now coming back to our uh, theme of consistency. Like I would like to start by saying that I'm very excited to part of this group of individuals who are chasing a common goal of achieving or becoming a better version of ourselves. Someone wants to be a good speaker, someone wants to be a good articulator, someone wants to craft things in a nice way, someone wants to be a good pronunciator, right? What do you want to be? Are you consistent enough in chasing something? Do you ask this question to yourself every day? If not, then this is the right time. Consistency is the key to master in any field. If you remember, few sessions back, we hold a theme of mastery, and one of our friend Toastmaster reminded us that mastery cannot just be achieved with the tools or the books with you. You need to have a mentor with you, right? And I totally agree with that because you need a mentor to achieve the mastery. But I would like to add on top of that, not just with a mentor, you will be able to achieve the consistency or the mastery. You need to have the consistency so that your mentor can actually put you in the right path. Without that level of conviction, without that level of dedication you put into something you want to achieve, even your mentor won't be able to help you out. Are you consistent enough to achieve something you want to achieve? Have you ever thought about it? If not, then this is the right time to think about it. So, today I officially open the session with the theme of consistency. What is consistency? If I would like to give it a simple one liner definition, it's nothing but uh, putting small efforts in a very disciplined manner. It doesn't matter how big or small your effort is, you just need to put your effort. Like our Toastmaster and presiding officer just mentioned, showing up in every session will take you to the next level itself. If we can bring that level of consistency among us, then half of the things will get solved itself. Consistency is not about being perfect every day. You don't need to be perfect every day, right? Just making small efforts, showing up when you don't feel like showing up, but you need to push yourself, that you need to be present into that forum just to be better every day. So if I give you an example about it, no athlete can become greater overnight. He or she has to do exercise every day to become a better athlete or a best athlete, right? Like a Bolt. Now he is able to run sprint, fastest sprint in the world. Why? He didn't become that sprint runner in a overnight. He practiced every day. He ran every day to talk. He ran practice every day. He ran every day to achieve that level of, that level of patience, that level of excitement, the level of pushing himself to a next level. That's how he is able to achieve that level of running that level of goal which no one has achieved in this world. So he's the fastest. That's how he has become the fastest runner in the world. So with that, I would like to call upon back our presiding officer, Mayank Agarwal, to take us to the next section of the sessions today. Toastmaster Mayank, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vineet. So it's the responsibility of the Toastmaster of the day to introduce in the next session and be the MC of the meeting. All right. So since you're playing this role for the first time, let me help you out. So you will have to now invite the evaluator of the first speaker. Okay, which is going to be
You're breaking. Is it me only or
Yeah, it's breaking. So it will be
okay.
the responsibility of Tmod to call upon GE. GE will introduce
okay?
his track team. Then he will go
Okay.
back to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to call to general
Call
evaluator.
general evaluator. Yeah.
Okay. So with that, I would like to call upon on the stage Toastmaster Anshuman. Today is our general evaluator. Oh, Toastmaster Aryan, who is our general evaluator for today. May I have Toastmaster Aryan on the floor?
Yes, hello. So I'll be your GE for the day. I'll be monitoring the whole meeting and making sure that everybody is doing well. One new change I would like to implement today is after every speech, I would like to have a minute where we can all give the speakers some feedback in the chat for both speeches. And we don't have enough people to have an individual R counter and timer and grammarian. So that is what everything I will be doing. And let's have a great meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster Vineet.
Thank you, general evaluator Aryan. Thank you for the explanation. And now with that, I should call upon our next evaluator for the session today to introduce her and help us with the understanding of the role.
Yeah,
Anshuman, Toastmaster Anshuman, are you there? Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay.
What you have to do is you have to introduce, just tell that this is a speaker, and then you should call
Oh,
upon the evaluator to
mm,
introduce, to tell the purpose of the speech for the speaker. And then you should introduce you should just tell the speech title. So you have my speech
oh,
title?
no. Okay, I do have it. I mean, I don't remember it, but
Okay.
yes.
Anshuman, are you there? Right. Okay,
So,
who is the
okay,
evaluator too? For harsh speech, who is the evaluator?
I'll just let you know.
Aryan.
We can begin with the first speech in the meanwhile.
Yeah,
This
but
is
he's
where
the
we got.
evaluator, so he should be there to listen.
Yeah, yeah. Anshuman, are you there?
Let me
Yes,
call.
yes.
Okay.
Acha,
You're
okay.
not speaking, we were
So,
talking.
Okay,
हाँ, हाँ.
sorry. So, good morning, everyone. I'm going to be the evaluator for Toastmaster Neethal, who's going to give a special speech, which is the International Speech Contest speech. So, the evaluation for her is also going to be on the generic guidelines of International Speech Contest. So, I'll try to maintain the basic framework and give feedback to Toastmaster Neethal on the basis of how she performed within the parameters of international speech contest. I wish Toastmaster Neethal all the best for his speech. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, so now we'll start with our first session or first speech of the day for our special guest. and our previous member of the group, Neetal Jain. Toastmaster Neetal Jain, stage is all yours. And who is the timer? Okay.
There I was, sitting at my desk. The clock was ticking. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. My coffee table, a total disaster. Coffee stain looks like modern art. Pens everywhere where they should not be. Books tagged like risky game of Jenga. Snacks, you bet. Stress and snacks go hand in hand. You will fail. You should open a cafe instead. Hmm, where are these thoughts coming from? Cafe did sound interesting though. Cool vibes, endless coffee, and a croissant or two. Nope, that was not inspiring. That was my brain throwing a full blown pity party. And then I hit the rock bottom. When I was staring at my notes, words were disappearing. My eyes were burning, and my brain was fired. I was reading the same sentence over and over, but nothing, no meaning, no understanding. Then I realized maybe I'm not cut out for it. Maybe I should just quit. I closed my books. I let my head down, and it was the first time I let the self doubt win. Dear Toastmaster and guest, here is the thing. I decided to fight back. I decided to keep going. And finally, I did it. I even have a shrine at home for my certificate, framed, dusted, and guarded like a treasure. The certificate, after all this struggle, looks like divine. Talking about divine, you think finding God is hard? Well, there are at least clear steps. Pray, meditate, and visit a holy place. But getting a CA certificate? Now, that's tough. No shortcuts, no hard work, only struggle and survival. It was not just this piece of paper, it was more than that. Self doubt. I had to prove myself. I had to conquer. I had to conquer the biggest mountain of all. And you know what? I did it. I conquered my self doubt and I became a CA. Just then I thought that I conquered my mountain. Life threw me another one. This time with stretchy pants, with a fancy certificate on the wall and little on the hips. Turns out, CA just doesn't stand for chartered accountant. It also stands for chubby achievement. Yep, I'm talking about my weight. With all the late work and endless steady hours, I let myself go. You know what? The moment I thought I conquered my self-doubt, it crept right back in. It whispered, you cannot do it. You can't change yourself. You can't be fit. This time I know I cannot ignore it. So I decided I have to do something about it. I started with small walks. I started gym. At first, even the dumbbells were staring at me and mocking at me. But then I was taking the every step. Every rep, every step counts. It was not all rainbow and kale smoothies. Sometimes I would dive into the pizza than onto a treadmill. But then the motivation also sometimes leave without leaving a note. But then every step, every count, every rep matters. I kept going and I ditched a huge amount of weight. Now the mirror is my biggest fan. With all the struggle and the hard work, I realized there is something more to it. There is something, a clear path that has been shown by the speakers, by the great successful people. And today, I learned what it takes to achieve a goal. There are steps that I thought that could achieve us in meeting any goal. The first would be successful people determine what they want. They know what they want and then they keep going. They know their why. They understand why they want to do it, why they want to achieve it, and they figure out how to do it. They take actions as every step counts, every action matters. Every individual will have their own pathway to determine how they want to go, but the goal should not be changed. And at the end, it all matters. Keep going, keep achieving the goal. So here I am, conquering my mountain, adding a little humor onto it, but surviving the struggles. So I would like to ask you, what mountain are you ready to climb? As soon as you decide, you will take the first step towards it. You will start conquering the mountain. As the great Nelson Mandela once said, until it is done, it seems impossible. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitaljan, for a wonderful speech. Now, let us all take a minute to give her feedback one to one directly. You can ping her feedback if you want to. We'll take a silence of 1 minute. Thank you. Okay, uh, let's move to our next part of it. I would like to call upon our evaluator one for the day. Evaluator one, Anshuman, can we have you on the stage to help us with the evaluation of our speaker today? Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Vineet. So, Toastmaster Neetil, as much as I know her, upleveled her game through storytelling today, narrating a speech which kept us on the tenterhooks right from the beginning. Toastmaster Neetal used ample metaphors, similes, visuals to narrate her growth journey through the path of starting something new and starting something new, facing obstacles, overcoming them, and inspiring all of us to pursue our own ventures or our own dreams in life. In the starting, when she narrated how the coffee was all spread around and she was all in the tenterhooks if she should continue with her goals, her dreams, we all could relate to that. That in our lives, individual lives, we face so many obstacles at times and we are on that edge that should we continue, not continue. And then, like a typical hero's journey, Toastmaster Neetil shared with us how she overcame that fear, doubt, and ended up on the path to success. So definitely, Toastmaster Neetil, I applaud the fact that you broke the boundaries of writing great content, which was full of adjectives, which brings great visuals to our mind. Secondly, your storytelling was quite apt. Your content really resonated, at least with me, and I'm sure with the audience. So definitely, kudos to you attempting a great content and painting a good narrative. Now, coming to the delivery part, I think that is where, by the time you go for the ISC, your practice and challenge will be important. So, first of all, my feedback to you will be that you up level your voice in terms of pitch, tonality, and especially volume. If you have to choose one thing to make your speech more strong in a way, will be that you add force to the words when you say those words on enacted say twice or thrice than you're doing right now. So for
Okay.
example, say coffee spilled it over, you can really be in the zone that, oh my god, the coffee spilled and I was aghast. If I can go ahead with the plans I was doing, or I was like, I'm just making it up that I was totally blown away by the new idea that came my way, and I was really driven to achieve that idea. So, your entire body, your volume, your voice should resonate with what you're trying to speak. I found your speech to be in a very even tone. So, if you look at your recording, the force was missing. So my request will be that you go out of your comfort zone, try to be forceful. Like the word is force yourself to deliver a speech which really resonates through your body. And secondly, in terms of tonality, you might want to think about emoting the emotions. That when it's sadness, you're sad. When you're spirited, you're happy in the spirit. So do challenge yourself to do that. And I encourage you to come back to our club or go to different club and repeat the same speech using these changes. Overall, definitely, I think I found this piece to be in a new zone which you had not ventured before, especially in terms of great content and visual imagery, which kept us hooked. However, you need to challenge yourself to get out of the comfort zone, be more forceful, deliberate, out there, inspiring all of us further with your delivery of the content too. Thank you. All the best for International Speech Contest. Over to you, Toastmaster Vineet.
Thank you, Ashuman. It was really well given.
Thank you, evaluator Anshuman. Thank you for your evaluation. And I think Neetal will be able to take some good feedback from this. She should find something to prepare for the next time what she was not able to do this time. But yes, it was overall a wonderful speech. And I think she had a touch on the consistency there itself in that her speech, because when she talked about her CA journey, right? And it takes a lot of consistency to achieve that level of result, and it demands you to study every day continuously, not overnight. So yes, good job to Neetal Jain, Toastmaster Neetal Jain. Well done. So now with that, I would like to call upon our next speech of the day. May I have the speaker? Who is our second speaker for the day? It's Harsh,
I
Toastmaster Harsh.
yes.
Toastmaster Harsh. Okay. I would like to call to general evaluator Aryan to help us with the speech objective, second speech objective.
Yes. So Toastmaster Harsh will be giving his level 1 project 3 today. The project is Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. So the purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Harsh to try and explore vocal variety and different body languages to try and deliver a more impactful speech. So all the best to you, Toastmaster Harsh, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator Aryan. Okay, so looking forward to Toastmaster Harsh. Toastmaster Harsh, head boy, Toastmaster Harsh. Over to you.
Thank you. Good morning, teachers. And my dear friends, I stand here today as your elected head boy and would request all of you to vote for me. I'll bring changes to the school and to our lives here as well. That was the speech that I had prepared for the elections of being elected as a head boy. An election that I wasn't even a contestant of. But I held on to a hope. Maybe I'll be called on as a wildcard entry. I was heartbroken when all my closest friends were selected for the elections. I was one of the toppers. The teachers loved me. But not being selected for the elections, I was shattered. But that hope, that gave me strength. The day of election. Contestant 1, contestant 2, the last contestant. They'll call me now. We have a wildcard entry. Harsh, come on the stage. They'll call me now. No, I was not called. The speeches were over. We all went back to our classes. I had the note. I had the speech in my pocket. I took it out, looked at it for the last time, and threw it in the dustbin. The day before, I had prepared the speech. Imagine myself. I would be standing on the stage, delivering the speech, and win the elections. But nothing happened. I was heartbroken again. The common thing between those two events was hope. Hope is like a two-sided coin. The first side, it hurts. I'd hoped that I would be called on the stage as a wildcard entry, but I was not. When we hope and things don't happen, it kills us. It hurts so much that we doubt ourselves that was it even worth it? But there's a second side of the coin. It heals and gives power. If not for hope, I would have been sad the whole time during the elections after the contestants were selected. But I was hopeful that they might call me, and which gave me the strength. Hope is like the winter sun. It may not end the winter, but it helps to pass along with it. It's like the rain during the hot summer days. It may not end the summer, but it helps go through it. So the lesson that I learned from that day was we may hope something that will happen. It it might not happen, but what matters is that we stay prepared for the opportunities which may come at the right moment at the right time. When you listen, when the universe is telling you no, you won't get it. It's not saying no, it's saying not yet. So we always have to have that hope inside us, because as little as uh, it may hurt you temporarily, it will always provide you strength and make you stronger and prepared when the right opportunities come your way. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hers. Thank you for your speech. It was wonderful delivery. Now I'd like to call upon stage evaluator to. Oh, sorry. I would like to take a silence of 1 minute to give everyone a chance to give Toastmaster her a feedback. A direct message would be helpful for him to understand her positive and negatives. Please for 1 minute. Take a silence. Thank you. Okay, let's move to our next section. Evaluator 2, Aryan Chopra. Can we have you on stage to help Toastmaster Hirsch understand about positiveness of his speech?
Yeah. So Toastmaster Hush, first you gave your project 3 today. Am I audible and visible? Everybody is frozen for me.
Your video is frozen for me.
I guess it's lost. Connection is lost.
Okay, we have to wait a little bit.
So Vinith, usually the evolution happens at the end of
Yeah,
table
actually, what
topics.
happens is I joined another club and there they were doing it this way, so I didn't
Okay.
realize. So
Because
different
evaluator
format.
will get some time to write down the points and
Yeah,
frame. If you
I
ask
mean,
immediately,
yes, yes.
evaluation itself is a speech delivery.
Okay.
And at least prepared speeches will have time to
Uh,
prepare, but evaluation has to be spontaneously.
Correct. I got it. Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
I'll
Thank you.
begin with the
Yeah.
evaluation. So Toastmaster Hush, you did one thing very well, which most people probably don't do, which I have seen even at area and division level, which is that they have a speech, but they don't know what the impact will be. They don't know, if my speech had the impact that I wanted it to have, then how would the audience be affected differently? How would, so you talked about hope, for example. You had a fundamental message and your whole speech was knit around that message, which is a good thing. You've worked well on that message, you've delivered it well, and your stories and everything that you said throughout the speech in some way was connected to your fundamental message, which is hope, right? The few things that you can work
Yeah.
on, one minor technical, I think, is if your camera is, placed at the bottom, then it feels sort of looks weird and it's tough for me to relate. But if it's at eye level, if you can keep it at an elevated level, then that is better. For example, how Toastmaster Neetha did it, and she was even able to, move around and walk around. That also gives you a good amount of place where you can sort of impact the same message from different directions, right? You can speak from here and then from here and all that stuff. Next, uh, stepping into my role as timer for a second, your speech was 4 minutes and 35 seconds long. So what I would recommend, the message part for you was correct, right? Which is usually the structure of a speech should be story, story, story. All stories are knit together by a fundamental message, and then at the end, you give that message and you knit those stories together. This is how these stories were connected, right? So you tell them, okay, today I'm going to talk about hope, or you in some way you begin with hope, then you give three, let's say four stories which are related to hope, which you did give, and then at the end you once again say, so then you conclude hope and you conclude about your message. So you concluded well, you began well, but the stories in between, there weren't enough of them. So you'll need to think of more stories and how you can relate them to each other. They should be seamlessly transitioning from each other, right? And that way you can impact even more at the fundamental message that you're pointing at, right? And you can also think about what action is your speech driving. So for example, if you've seen I see something, it's an international level speech, it's one of my best favorite speeches, is that it has a fundamental pattern that it is reinforcing, right? It's saying I see something in you, but I don't know what it is. So if you can have some sort of a pattern, just that, okay, if after the audience listened to the speech, they could hold on, they remembered the speech, let's say 3 or 6 months later, when would they remember the speech? When will they feel, oh yeah, Harsh gave such a good speech on hope, right? maybe when they're hopeless, maybe somebody else is hopeless, and I give them hope. It can be anything. It is more something that you will have to find what you want to say. And one of the things that you also did well, which is the emotional side of things, when you were giving your story of the head boy, I could relate to you being afraid and whatnot, right? But you can also incorporate some variety of emotion in the whole speech. So the head boy story was good, and it gave some emotional, impact to me. But you can also incorporate other emotions. You might have been mad. When you're hopeless, how do you feel? You feel lost. You don't know what to do. You feel, oh no, everything is falling apart. So, like, the more emotions you can incorporate, the more impact it will have for me. Right? Those are my pointers for your evaluation. Anyway, now we can go back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Arun, for the feedback. Very well
Thank
put.
you, Evaluator to Aryan. Thank you for the detailed feedback for our Toastmaster Harsh. I'm sure he got some good points to adhere to for the next time. Okay, before moving to our next section, maybe table topic sessions. General Evaluator Aryan. Next
Yes.
sessions, yes. So before moving to that, I would like to touch base upon again on theme of the day, which is consistency, right? I would like to share a story about myself, and I would like to listen at least one from yours. So I had a quite amazing realization around consistency. So since childhood, knowingly and unknowingly, my brain has been experiencing, practicing fear, right? The fear of presentation, fear of public speaking. Over time, my fear grew up so big that I lost courage to take the initiative. Why did that happen? And after a long time, I realized that consistency can shape our life in both positive and negative ways. So we need to understand what consistency in, if we are chasing something, if are we chasing something good or bad? Are we getting into a habit of something good or bad habit? Or feeling something good every day or feeling something bad every day? Because that will make you become the similar fashion. So if we are consistent with the good habits or empowering thoughts, we can achieve great heights. But unknowingly, if we stay consistent with negative habits or limiting beliefs, they can hold us back. So here is my question for you. Are you working on building consistency in something positive, or you're trying to break the consistency of something that no longer serves you? Is there anyone on this forum who would like to talk about, share something about their personal story and personal instance where they're trying to break the consistency? Anyone?
Yeah, I would like to go.
Okay.
So, like on January 1st, we must have all planned about our goals, resolutions, and whatnot. But how many of us followed through? Now we completed the first month of January. So even I was reflecting on my goals. Then I realized I wrote big goals, but then I was not following up consistently. And I took, as Anshuman mentioned, he has seen a drastic change in my speech delivery today. So from the last 1 week, I was consistently practicing the same speech over and over. Still, I know there are a lot of variations that I need to add. But practicing that one page, 2 pages, or 1.5 page, it took so much of efforts, and it will not come without having that consistency in place. So, and breaking consistency, it will be of breaking what you don't, what is not uh, giving your goals. So for me, it would be breaking the habit of writing down the goals and not following through. So the consistency I want to build is writing the goals and following through. Back to you.
Great. Thank you, Speaker Neetal Jan. I mean, it was lovely to hear from you. I mean, we always think about consistency in the positive side of it, most of us, and we never think it can have a negative impact on all of us as well. But yes, as you rightly mentioned, at times we need to understand what we need to actually break the consistency on what part of our life. what habit of us, right? So I would like to call Aryan to share us instance with about himself, his personal story around consistency. If he's chasing something, if he's breaking something. Aryan, would you like to share something?
Sure. Well, if anybody knows me, whatever I'm pursuing at any time, I'm comparatively crazy about it. If I join Toastmasters, I want to give three speeches every day. If I'm doing whatever, I want to do it double what everybody else is doing. So just like Toastmaster Neetal, I also began preparing for the ISC, I guess 1 or 2 months back. So currently I'm writing my speeches in this little notebook. I began probably a month back and it's probably 30% full. And every day I spend probably 1 or 2 hours just writing, thinking, like imagining what it should look like. I still haven't given it even for the first time, but it's coming together little by little. And in the beginning, it was tough to stick to this consistently. But as I watched, YouTube videos of how great speakers have spoken and what what the standard is to deliver a great speech, then I know the level that I have to live up to. And so if I want to live up to it, I have to do it 1 2 hours a day. So that's my inspiration for consistency.
Thank you, evaluator Aryan. I think you rightly touched upon a very important question. Consistency is hard, right? Why? Because, of course, there are distractions, boredom, self-doubts. How can we achieve that consistency then? That's a question we keep on asking ourselves. What stops us from being consistent? I think getting motivation from somewhere can make you start the thing, but consistency will take you to the longer journey. And one step ahead of it comes perseverance. Consistency makes you go to a steady path, but when things get wrong, things get tough, that's where perseverance come into the picture, right? So never forget that motivation, you need motivation intermittently from someone, from your friends, family members, and people around you. Keep yourself around the people who can motivate you regularly so that you can put yourself on the path of the consistency again. With that, I would like to call upon our Toastmaster Harsh to help us with our toast table topic for today. Toastmaster Harsh, can we have you on the stage?
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster of the
Thank
day.
you.
I'll be the Toastmaster table topic master today. I'll be giving topics to our members and hopefully if any guests join. Uh, so starting keeping the theme of consistency in mind, the topics will be around consistency. I'll start with my evaluator Aryan for the day. Aryan, are you there?
Yeah, Harsh, I'm downstairs. Can you give it to somebody else right now? I'll take the
Okay,
third.
all right.
I'll go.
Okay, all right. Toastmaster Needle, your topic is talent beats consistency. Talent beats consistency, Toastmaster Needle.
Any of you have watched Olympics or any of the game to that matter? So let's take an example of Neeraj Chopra. We all know him. He has won the gold medals for our country. He is born in some village, but the thing that differentiates him from any of us is not the talent, is not the willpower, is not the motivation, but the consistent efforts. He has been putting consistent efforts in practicing the throw, in working out, in running, eating discipline, and following the routine every day and night. He has not given up after he has won the first gold medal, but doubled his practice. The only thing that keeps him going is the consistent habits that he has built for himself. If he wanted, he could have just relaxed after the first gold medal, but he did not. He made the bar so high for himself that he now wants to win another medal and then another. So I would like to ask here, how many of us are willing to take that challenge? How many of us are willing to take that goal and be consistent with it and make a difference by end of this year? Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitil. Uh, good use of sports for the topic. All right. Topic for Toastmaster Vineet.
Yes.
Is consistency always a good thing, or it can be bad sometime as well? Toastmaster Vineet, is consistency always a good thing, or it could be bad for you sometime?
Consistency can shape your life. As I mentioned previously, consistently can shape your life in positive and negative ways both. It is something under your prejudice that you understand what you exactly are chasing, knowingly or unknowingly. If I talk about myself, as I mentioned, I had been practicing fear unknowingly my entire life. And by the time I realized it became so big that I couldn't even gather the courage to attend or participate in any of the event because that fear was consistent in my life. I had been practicing every day, every second, and avoiding all those confrontation, public speaking, or exam. Year passed, and I grew up. I realized that now that this is something is actually going to be a bigger hurdle in my life. Now, what should I do? I need to work against this consistency. I need to break the chain of this fear. How? By making small efforts every day. I need to put myself in those situations which I'm afraid of. So I started finding areas and opportunities where I can be part of the discussions, where I can just start talking about something in the middle of a group without thinking what other person will think about me. And those small steps have actually brought me here today as well, because I am now entering into I'm chasing to enter a different consistency zone by breaking my earlier consistency of living into that fear. So, with that level of commitment, dedication, and yes, perseverance, I am chasing the goal of becoming a better version of myself by breaking that habit of being in fear. Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vineet. Uh, a very good perspective of how subconsciously we are being consistent in things like fear, and I guess it's true for every one of us. uh, a thing we should fight and uh, realize first. So thank you. um all right, topic for you, Toastmaster Aryan.
Yeah, just a second. Toastmaster Neetal, if you can just start a timer and at 1 minute raise your hand, 1:30 raise your hand, and 2 minutes raise your hand.
uh, Topic for you, Toastmaster Aryan: routine versus consistency. Routine versus consistency, Toastmaster Aryan.
Routine versus consistency. I would argue there's a strong difference between those two, even though somebody could say that there's synonyms. Somebody might say that they mean the same thing. Routine is boring. Routine is monotonous. Routine is you're just going through life. Life is going through you. You're not even going through life. And consistency is you're beating at something. You're doing something every day. You're eating away at the elephant, and you know it'll take you 1 year to reach your final goal, but you're still doing it every day. And you're not afraid, even if there's no result 1 year from now, I still want to do this. I'm still certain that this is the only path I have to grow. Routine is a completely different thing. Routine is being inactive, being affected by your circumstances, by your environment, not knowing whether you're even moving towards your goals. Because people who are living in routine sometimes don't even have goals. And those who have consistency usually have it only in terms of their goals. Many months back, actually, I started a YouTube channel because I wanted to grow on YouTube, become a creator, something of that sort. And just because I was scared, I wasn't sure whether I'll be able to make it. So I created a little square for myself and created 121 boxes. 11 boxes this way, 11 boxes that way. And every time I posted a video, I crossed out one box. And this is my consistency tracker. Not just routine, but trying to post as many videos as I can as fast as I can. I stopped around 62, but only because I found a better opportunity. I got a job. And I love this even more. And if I had not taken the consistent decision, I'll become a creator, I'll blow up on YouTube. If I had not thought that and tried to do it, I wouldn't have been able to accomplish this. And if I had just been living in my routine, never even thought about, maybe I should be a YouTube creator, I wouldn't be doing this in the first place. And this has got me very far. And that shows to me the difference, the strong difference between routine and consistency. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aryan. Interesting take on seeing routine without goals and consistency with goals. And I'll go to your YouTube channel after this session and watch your videos.
Please
Uh,
don't, it's very bad.
uh, I am sure they must be good. Okay, so topic
What
for table. Yeah,
what was
is
the content, Aryan?
Is
Just
it related to books I would read, content I would watch, lectures, psychology mostly?
to do share the link.
uh table topic for Toastmaster Anshuman. Are you there, Anshuman?
So why don't we give a topic to you in the meanwhile, Toastmaster Hush?
All right.
Any ideas, Toastmaster Intel, Toastmaster Vineet?
Yeah, I'll give one. Toastmaster Harsh, shortcut or hard work? Toastmaster Harsh, shortcut or hard work?
If you were to ask me what is my spirit animal, I would say it's a sloth bear. Why? I strongly believe, or at least used to believe, that shortcuts are the best way to lead a life. I would study right before the exams, don't care during the whole semesters, take notes at the end, and pass the exams just enough to have a decent score. That is how I used to think that uh, if I can think of a shortcut, it means I'm more creative. I can think on my feet at the end, at the last moment. But things have changed for me now. I now realize the importance of hard work. in creating long-term success. Shortcuts may give you good short-term results, just like I mentioned, barely passing or having just enough score uh, to be called an average student. But it is hard work that takes you the long way, and it's not just and hard work is not just for the thing that you were working for, but it also uh, transfers to other areas of our life. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you for that table topic. Anyway, now I will give it back to the table topic master to give the topic to Toastmaster Anshuman.
All right. Toastmaster Anshuman, are you there?
Yeah, I'd like to skip it for today. Thank you.
Okay. Um,
Okay, so why don't we have another round then?
uh,
Are you up for it? Toastmaster,
Maybe we can play some game,
what would you like to play?
tongue twisters. Are you guys up to? I mean, would you like to do it?
You can begin.
Okay. I mean, should I give a tongue twister to someone? Aryan, would you like to go for it?
Sure.
Okay. Uh, your tongue twister is she sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore.
She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay. Now give one to Toastmaster.
No, repeat 5 times.
Not
Acha.
five times. Five times is easy.
Seashells at the seashore. She sells seashells at the seashore. She sells seashells at the seashore. She sells seashells at the seashore.
By the seashore.
By the seashore.
Good one. Good one. Okay. Toastmaster Nital, would you like to go for it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Batty bought a bit of butter. Batty bought a bit of butter, but the butter was bitter. Batty bought
What the
a bit of
bit of
butter,
butter?
but the butter was bitter.
Batty bought bit of butter, but butter was little bitter.
Yes.
Batty bought the butter, but butter was little bitter.
Amazing, amazing. So that's consistency. If you want to be better in the tongue twister, we need to practice it every day in a
Yeah.
particular twister. I mean, it's very hard, though it seems like it's just a statement. To continue with that statement again and again, it's really difficult,
Yep.
as we always jumble to the different word that bitter, butter, butter, bitter. And I am a bigger victim of this. And actually, I've always struggled with tongue twister. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe Aryan, if you want to do another session of toast.
So let's just have a raise of hands. Who here wants to have another round of table topics?
Yeah, we can.
That's okay. I think the meeting is also coming to an end. We can move on to the evaluation section then, right?
Arin, you can take one more for IC for table topic contest, right? I think you should practice a lot.
Okay.
I'll
Sure,
give
I'll-
you a topic for you. Toastmaster Aryan. Life is just. Life is just Toastmaster Aryan.
Oh, there has never been a bigger lie than that. Life is not just at all. I'll break it to you right now. As a child, I thought, Mom, that is not fair. My little sister is getting the bigger piece of the cake. I'm getting the smaller piece. And here I am. And the whole class is getting something. And I'm the one running around because I've been uh, debarred from college and I can't give the exam. As children, we all think, life is just, everything is split equally. As children we grow up in a communist environment where everybody gets an equal piece, but only as we grow up I think we realize that life is not just, but you have to keep going anyway. Even though life is tough, there's a lot of randomness and pain and suffering and trouble and like no lack of problems in life. And it's not just at all, it's completely random. And the people who are maybe at times the worst have it the best. You still have to keep going because these are the circumstances, these are the tough circumstances that will make you into an incredible person, that will make you have the strongest character you can imagine. And even though you might think, if only life was just, I would be so much better off. 3 years from now, 5 years from now, you'll look back and you'll think, damn, it's a good thing that I went through all of that because it made me into who I am today. And if I hadn't gone through it, I wouldn't have learned what it had to teach me. And I'm not sure how long I've been speaking for.
Oh, I forgot to time. Sorry.
But life is not just. And in the end, you have to keep going anyway. And that's the human spirit. That even though there's a lot of trouble, there's a lot of pain, you keep going. And that is what makes us into incredible people. You run around, you go through all these tough things. But in some ways, it is also the great thing that, since life is unjust, you will have more pain to bear and it will make you stronger. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aryan. And apologize, I got some connectivity issue in between. So yeah. Okay. I think we are done with our table topic for today, or doing it another level. Done? Okay. So now I think it's time for general evaluation. Okay. So I would like to invite our general evaluator Aryan on the stage and help us understand what was the good thing and the bad thing about our meeting end to end, and give us some feedback and make us do better next time. Thank you.
So usually whenever I'm distributing roles for a meeting, I give most of the roles to Toastmaster Anshuman because I feel that he can take it. Today, somehow, the roles all got routed to me. And if you had just seen the chaos going at the back end here, you would know that none of these evaluations are reliable. The time is like completely haywire. The green card was showing at 1 minute 20 seconds. You can't trust it at all. The prepared speeches, the data is good. Toastmaster Nital spoke for 6 minutes 53 seconds, and Toastmaster Hush spoke for 4 minutes 35 seconds. Coming to the R counter report, there are a few grammar notes that I made. I did not make any notes of good performance. Did not have time for that at all. Not at all. But some things that can be improved were looks like divine, looks divine, and taking every step. So there is some repeat here, better. Sometimes these mistakes happen because we're trying to speak too fast and we don't have enough content in our mind. So we just like throw an extra word in there so I can think for 1 more millisecond, right? Just become comfortable with speaking slowly so that you can think about the next word before you say it. When it comes to table topics, Toastmaster Intel has given me my time, which is 2 minutes 18 seconds. Toastmaster Hush took 1 minute 53 seconds. Toastmaster Neethal took 1 minute 39 seconds. But on the table topics side, on time, overall it was good. Everybody is coming to the yellow card, red card. So usually, as long as you can speak without getting eliminated, you should speak. 2 minutes 20 seconds, 2 minutes 15 seconds. It's good. So we're on the good side. We can speak a little bit longer. That will lead to more improvement. Overall, the meeting was smooth. And that's it for my report. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator Aryan, for giving us the feedback end to end. And I second you that roles become haywire here and there because we don't have many participants today, and we know very well that we are wearing many hats at this point of time. So kudos to you for making this happen today's session. I think it is the time we are about to close the session now, right? So with that note, I would like to close my speak. I'll take just last few seconds to talk about on that consistency and maybe leave you food of thought for you to think about consistency again, right? So as I mentioned, consistency about making a small effort every day, then why do always think that we need to make a small effort? Because one, making small effort is easy, and second, it puts you in the habit of making those actions. But what is the power of those small actions? We don't even realize the power of these small actions we take every day. We need to emphasize these small and consistent effort over big and occasional burst. For example, even if I improve 0.1% every day, by the end of the year, I'll be 44% better than I am today. That is the power of consistency. That is the power of putting small effort every day. So, with that note, I leave that a question to you. What is that one thing you will do every day to reach to a better version of yourself by the end of this year? Since we have already just started the year, I'm sure we all are still considering what resolution we need to take. And if we have taken the resolution, let's move towards that resolution by taking very tiny steps toward it to achieve it. With that note, thank you so much, everyone. From my side, this is Toastmaster Vineet. Thank you, everyone. Over to you. I think the Toastmaster Neetal wants to say something.
Yeah, I would like to just give a little
Yes.
feedback or
Yes. Thank
my
you.
experience so far.
Yes.
So it was great coming back to the club and loving the energy that you people are bringing onto the table. And I don't feel you people are beginner. You people look just excellent and professional. And the way the meeting went on, it was amazing. And thanks for having me over here and looking forward to join many more meetings.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neetal, for your feedback. It was lovely to hear from you. Now, I would like to call upon our presiding officer. I guess we don't have the presiding officer. He has already, or he's here. Mayank, no, Mayank is not here. Okay. The next, I guess, member, Aryan, can we have you on the stage to close the session for today with your
Yes,
final remarks?
and feel free to leave.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
complete your level 2, go for the ISC contest, challenge yourself.
Yeah,
That would be
definitely.
amazing experience.
Yes, I am planning on. We are planning on having our ISC in a few days as well, actually.
I think we need to turn on the recording, or
Was
it is
it
done.
recording on?
Yes, Toastmaster Anshuman, please do help us in that.
So, Tech Master.
You are our only hope.
Anyways,
Back to
bye bye.
Toastmaster has the speech.
Bye. Thank
Yep.
you.
Thanks. Bye.
Arjun, can you stay? I would like to have a word.
Sure.
I mean, post the recording is stopped. Anshuman, are you there? I think I
I'll
can,
give you a call.
yeah, I'll call you. Thank you. Bye bye.